Hey people!
Let's pump it up!
I'm here with my first ever real YouTube video, filming for y'all. I have another one in the works on how I made this luscious, gorgeous outfit, but I thought what would be the best introduction video for me is a Q&A of people asking me questions, and then I answer them so y'all know more about me. Doesn't that sound so fun and cool and sexy? Sexy? Yeah. First question comes from Individual, and the question is, how did you get into drag? I think it is. I'm gonna let you know right now. I don't have a second device, so I literally have to stop filming, go check what the question is, and come back and remember it. I swear to God. I swear to God. I got into drag because I wanted another form of art to make, because I've always been an artist. Like, I've always been drawing. If I feel like putting art, it's here. I always loved painting. I loved drawing. And I just saw drag as another form of art I could make that was really physical, and like it was very personal. It would be very personal for me because obviously I make all my own stuff, so it's really like my art. So it was just another form of art, and now it kind of took off to like my main form of art because I really haven't been drawing, I haven't been painting. It's mostly been drag, but I use all my skills that I've had in the drag. Like, I draw, I sketch, I paint my costumes, whatever I need to do. So yeah, I basically got into art because I'm a nerd and I like making stuff. I've always been crafty. I love crafting, arts and crafts. Okay, the next comment comes from my TikTok, and I've already forgotten the name of the person. Give me one moment. So Dolly's asked, how long does it take you to make a costume or something along those lines. So it depends on the costume. Like, if I were to make the time like solely based on me working on it from start to end, it would probably end up being around 3 days per costume almost. But also, I have this fun thing where I'll start a costume, won't work on it for a week, and then I'll start again because my brain is like that, and it's really fun. So like, I started this costume, and then I took a break to work on other costumes, and then I came back to it for a little bit, and then I took a break again, and now I'm back to it, and I finished it, and I took the photo shoot. That's kind of how my process works a lot of the time. So I'm gonna say, like, costumes like this picture right here, I quite literally made in a day. Like, I started it at the start of the day, and then I ended it like afternoon, probably. If it's a big costume like this one, I'm gonna like imagine there's a big costume there. I don't know which one. I'll use my tree one. My tree one, that took me a couple days to do it, because a couple days. It took me a long time to do it because I started it and then I changed my idea midway through, kind of. So it was, and also I had to make all the individual mushrooms. I like make literally everything. So like the rib cage, blah blah blah, all that stuff handmade, plus the costume itself. So I would say that one probably took like 3 to 5 days, maybe a little less. Okay, next comment comes from Bestie Ryconic. If you know me, you know that I love Ryconic. And Ryconic asked, who are your biggest inspirations locally / internationally? So I'm gonna start with locally. And I think it would be a disservice to not mention what Ryconic has done for Art Deco. Ryconic was the first person to book me when I looked bad, just really, really, really bad. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture. It'll be here. I didn't look good. Ryconic was the first person to ever book me, and was the first person to really see me, like, as, because a lot of people are like, oh my God, you weren't wearing a wig and you weren't doing me. But Ryconic was like always living, even though I was kind of butt ugly and I wasn't really doing much. I have to sneeze. Stop. Oh my God. Um, What was I on about? Oh, Ryconic was the first one to really book me, really see my drag, and really just support me like fully, like, and like we just became besties. She's like my drag older sister. Like, you know that older sister you kind of like fight every now and again, but then you're like, do you want to go get like Popeyes and chill in the parking lot and eat that? She's that vibe for me. Except we haven't gone to Popeyes and we haven't fought. So like Ryconic, get on that. Like we need to have beef so we can like be siblings. But like basically Ryconic, I'd say one of, if not the biggest inspirations for me locally, kind of like it's Boston area, is Molly Guac. When I tell you, someone at a show once was like, "Oh my God, Art Deco, you remind me of Molly Guac," and I'm like, "I've never heard of Molly Guac," and so I looked her up that night, and I see these gorgeous outfits, and I was just like shocked because I was like, "How have I never heard of this person?" And like, why are they so cool? And so I kind of stalked them a little bit, and then they ended up booking me for one of their shows. And when I tell you, it was like an instant connection. She's so beautiful, marry me, you're the love of my life, and I can't live without you. And honestly, everyone I perform with, like locally in Massachusetts, has just like inspired me so much. We have people like Jack St. Ripper, who really inspired me to get into King Drag. We have Callium Ryder, I might be saying that wrong, who like really like just moves me with their performances every time. We have Allegoria LaCave, who is just the coolest person ever. When I tell you this person is the coolest person ever, like they're just like, there's so many people. There's Whatchamacallit. Amazing. Such like a unique artist. I've never seen Whatchamacallit do something like this. There's artists I haven't performed with that I'm really inspired by, like Lividity. Lividity is a huge inspiration for me. Like this horror, scary aesthetic. You can literally go, well, you can't now because my account got banned. But there was a look that was quite literally inspired by Lividity. So like my like Boston slash Massachusetts slash the New England area inspires me so much. And if I've ever performed with you, I don't like, we could have performed once, we could have performed 5 times. You inspire me so much. Oh, I remembered another one. Anita Red Bull. Anita Red Bull. Oh, another one. Freddie Zowie. Freddie Zowie. Lulu Levity. Sterling Silver. I'm trying to think. Gwenitalia. Oh my God, there's literally so many people I could talk about right now that just like inspire me to do more. Internationally, I'm trying to think of a drag artist that I've seen internationally that like has inspired me. Oh, I know one. Mars Dawn. Mars Dawn inspires me so much. They're so weird. Another one of my favorite drag artists of all time, Yovska, obviously. Like Yovska has such a big inspiration on my drag. Like you can see it throughout the years, like how much I've taken inspiration from Yovska. And I can't think. They're not a drag artist. I don't believe so. They're just a clown, but also they basically do drag. Pooter Schmood? Pooter Schmood has literally changed my game like so much. Like I'm so inspired by Pooter that I need to be them. So yeah, there's so many people. Guys, if I've ever talked to you and you're a drag artist, you literally inspire me. Guys, please, please, please. I love you. What are you? Why are you hanging? What are you? What are you? Get the fuck off my hat. Hunty Hex says, do it move? Yes. I just forgot this person's name and I started filming, but I'm too lazy to go back. Okay, this person, sorry, I just completely blanked and I don't feel like restarting this again. This person asked, what goes through your mind when you're making your looks? Literally, I just do what I want. Like, my imagination, like, fuels my looks. Like, I'll see, like, a blanket, or I'll see, like, buttons, or I'll see, like, a certain fabric, or I'll see a certain thing, and I'll be like, what can I do with that? And then it'll just kind of come to mind. But also, a lot of my looks are based on stuff that I'm doing, like competitions, or a show. Like, if I have a theme for the show, like say it was Valentine's Day, I'm like, okay, what would I want to do for the show? Like, how would I want to represent Valentine's Day? What song am I doing? All this stuff kind of like goes through my mind when I'm making a look. But some looks like this one, it was more inspired by like what have I done and what can I do better? This was inspired by an old look of mine. And so I was like, what I want to do that look, but make it better. There's some looks where I'm just like, I want to do it. I just want to make a look. And so I make a look. And it's just kind of the vibe. Okay, this next comment comes from my bestie, Chris Dale. It is, how did you get your drag name? Or what did you, like, how did I get my drag name? I want to say it was from the Art Deco period where it had all the cool art and the cool architecture and stuff and the weird fashion, which is still a very big inspiration for me. But in actuality, I got it from the Lana Del Rey song. So, like, is that kind of boring? Yeah. Do I like the name still? Yeah. So, Pooter Schmood asked, when did I decide to be gay? Who said I was gay? I could be the next Maddie Morphosis. And then in actuality, both my gender and my sexuality are very fluid and doesn't really matter. And in the grand scheme of things, I don't really need a label on what I am, because at the end of the day, I am what I am. And so I don't really need a label to describe who I am, because I know who I am and that's all that really matters. So I kind of date who I want to date and I am who I want to be. And so there's no real label that can describe that in a way that I like. So I just say I'm gay and non-binary, but in actuality, I'm just a person in the world who likes who they like and don't like who they don't like, and I am who I am, and I'm they, them. So basically, no, I didn't. Zick.
I'm recording this like so much later than when I filmed this, but I just have to say, someone told me it's pronounced chic. I just hate gay people, because what do you mean X-I-K spells chic now? Y'all are just doing too much. Put down the pronouns, put down the blue hair dye. Like, I'm getting sick of y'all. I'm about to vote for Trump. Again.
They asked, what sewing techniques do you use? I don't use snow. You're about to piss me off. I don't use sewing techniques. Most of my drag, if not all my drag, is hot glued. So this was made out of hot glue, and this was made out of hot glue, and all my costumes are made out of hot glue, but I am getting into sewing. So all I've really done right now is like ruffling and like basic sewing. There's nothing really crazy going on with my sewing right now, and I'm taking a break from sewing because my machine keeps jamming, and it's pissing me off, and I can't figure out how to fix it. Yippee! Daisy Mays asked, what did I do with the bodies, and do they look better dead or alive? Bodies, ate them, because I'm always eating, because I'm 4 + 4 = 8, and 8 minus 3 is 5, and there's 5 bodies. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Golden Freddy. So I am William Afton. Or something. Can't wait to meet you. Amy Whorehouse asks, what music do I listen to when I'm crafting, if any? And when I'm crafting, it's literally a variety of things. It'll be a podcast, like Maddie Morphosis podcast, Drew F. Wallows. I think I'm saying that right. Drew F. Wallows. I hope that's right. Brittany Broski sometimes. Just podcasts or video essays about random stuff. Other YouTube videos. YouTubers like Ella Ivy and like 8-Bit Ryan are always playing in my head and on my phone. And then for music, it's whatever I just feel like listening to. So like Jasmine Bean, Hemlock Springs, Chapel Roan, Rina Sawayama, Sophie, FK Twigs. Those are like my big ones right now. Kate Bush. Marina is making a big comeback for me. Trying to think of others. I also love like old school music, like disco music. Like I love Hot Stuff, Donna Summers. Anything like disco and anything that gives like drag classic music, like Tell It to My Heart. That stuff's always playing. It's just like whatever I kind of feel like listening to or watching is what I'll do, because I always have to have noise. I can't be in a silent room because then the thoughts get crazy. So yeah. Fancy asks, what are your thoughts of Chapel Roan stealing your look? Honestly, I'm okay with that because I think gay men keep stealing from women all the time. And I think a woman should steal from gay people. Also she advocates for trans rights and like all those rights. So I think like honestly she can take whatever she wants. If she needs a liver, a kidney, this hat, me, if she needs me, like in any way. So yeah, basically I love her. She can take anything she wants. So Blair said, I have no question, I just think you're sexy. Thank you. Oh my god. This bitch, the purple thing, asks why. Why you got so many fucking questions? Get out of my business. Like you're gonna piss me off. Like you have all these questions. Like you're acting like I asked you to ask these questions. Like I don't do that. Like I think it's weird that you just like ask. You're asking so many questions. What are you, an interrogator? Do you think I'm arrested? Do you think I'm going police? I'm not. I'm no. I forgot what I was gonna ask. Okay, this comes from Cassie Bars, aka Shook, aka the Diva. Shook asks, like, as a financially unstable drag artist, what are my advices? And I would say thrift stores, 10 out of 10. Go to a thrift store, grab literally every blanket, use literally anything, dresses, shirts, pants. You can use that as fabric. Like the universe is telling you like, oh, you need expensive fabrics to like be good at drag. You literally don't. This blanket, I'm gonna say was about $5 max. Like I go to thrift stores that have like the sales where it's like if this color tag is on the clothes, it's like 99% off, or not 99% off, 99 cents or half off. I always go to those thrift stores, and it's so inexpensive to go to the thrift store. Like I can spend $20 and get like 5 blankets, and that's like 5 looks. Like 6 or 7 looks really, depending on how I use it. So like that's my biggest thing, is just do that. I also like to use recycled materials like cardboard, stuff like that. I always like want to recycle things. Even dresses, like this dress right here, where I'm not going to show because I don't want to leak it, is literally just a prom dress that I saw at the thrift store and I bought it, and then I glued stuff on it and like put new fabric on it, so it's like a brand new dress. Like just do that, and it's so easy. Like like drag is can be so cheap if you just try to be cheap about it, and I'm cheap. So, and as for now, that's all the questions I had. I didn't really have any other questions to answer. So if you want more questions answered, comment them down below, and I may make a part 2 whenever I get in drag again, which is who knows when. So with that, I've been Art Deco. This has been a Q&A, and if you liked it, put a like, comment down below, and subscribe. Oh my god, I'm like a YouTuber. And if you didn't like it, die.